Sorry, man, I'm moving. Whoa, did you see that? Note to self, guys. Let's don't do that. My little makeshift situation here. Welcome back, friends, to Ted Talks Guitars and Life. So it is the morning after, early morning after, the second coat of paint that I did out in the backyard using my handy dowel rod. The back is starting to look like a guitar finish, although I know that I've got several issues here, and so there's going to be a series of sanding coats, etc. The front, I don't know. Maybe that's what it's supposed to look like at this stage. I don't know if you're capturing this in the light or not, but the back doesn't have nearly as much of this looking stuff as the front does. Thank you all so much for your comments, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you who are sharing with me your best practices on things, because you know, man, this is a brand new thing for me, so I really do think we are on a path here, my friends, to having an orange Telecaster. Well, welcome back. It occurred to me that perhaps you want to see, we'll call it a technique. A good buddy of mine gave me some tips today. So, again, this is our wet sanding after the second coat in preparation for the third coat. Wet 800 grit, cork, flat surface spray, sand, whisk, and or dry, spray, that wasn't wise. Nothing I do is prescriptive, guys. Here's a good question. You were doing it. How would you do it? Put it in the comments, man. Love to hear it. Am I sanding too much? I don't know. You tell me. I'm just trying to get some of the parts where I got a little, well, let's call it spray paint happy last night. Speaking of spray paint happy, how about that outro song? Really sorry for those of you who wear headphones and weren't prepared for the falsetto at full tilt. Well, the plan now, we have a smooth, probably really dirty on the back since I'm not moving this around, to cleaner parts of the cardboard. But we have a smooth, orangish Telecaster body, Tease style guitar. And here's a side note. This is the orange I wanted. That's burnt orange. This is construction orange. But hey, all things being equal, this is growing on me. And super smooth, man. It's still got some ugliness to it. Unevenness, I guess I mean. Patterns. Not grain pattern, some other kind of pattern. Again, it's coming along. This is really ugly right here. Oh, too aggressive, Poppy, on the sandpaper? I don't know. But that's what we're working with. Here's primer coming through on the back. So, my understanding is that from here, I wonder how much of that's in the camera shot. Sidebar, when you do that, move your microphone cord. I don't know why I'm wearing a microphone. I haven't done it in the past several nights. But hopefully the sound is better. And I'll try not to sing. Okay, catch you in a moment. Well, welcome back, friends, to Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Otherwise known as Ted Has No Idea What He's Doing. Otherwise known as So Your Grandson Wants an Orange Telecaster. And occasionally known as What Is This Guy Doing? So, we are preparing tonight for the third coat of paint. But first, we are going to wet sand the guitar to get it ready. So tonight, it's wet sanding, let it dry for quite some time, and then third coat of paint, and then tomorrow night we'll do the same thing. So let me get on with the show. I wet sanded the guitar after the second coat, 800 wet sandpaper, etc., etc. I've shot some video of that. I don't know if I posted any of that or not. Then I threw the third coat of paint on. It is now the morning after. A couple of sad things to report. So one thing is, when I carried the wet guitar to the garage with my gloves on, I yanked off a part of the finish of the third coat, so back to primer there. Second observation is I've got two spots, one on the front and one on the back, where I got, we'll call it a tad bit paint happy, and the beginnings of a kind of a puddle thing. This side is really ugly. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, if I was like too aggressive at some point with the sandpaper, but I got a lot of grooves in here, and those grooves are not filling in with color, nor are they sanding out. That's looking pretty good to me. I know that it's not perfect. Perfection is not my goal. And so the besides kind of rocking and rolling. Now, two unfortunate other issues. So this is obviously the back of the guitar, and when so what I did is I had the guitar sitting on that wooden dowel, and I was in the backyard spray painting. And that wooden dowel was not super sturdy. Anybody who watched the vids saw it blowing in the wind. So, yeah, about that. I have a mop handle coming that I think is going to fit perfectly in that output hole, jack hole. And I believe I'll get a more sturdy fit with that because I've got a problem, and this is the problem. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that is a dent in the horn right here. Oh, there you go. Hey, J-Man, guess what? We got contour. Call that contour the hard way. Anyway, I was cleaning up around the shop, heard the disastrous noise in the garage, ran out, found the guitar on the ground. So unfortunately, it is at the top of the horn here. So whoever plays this guitar will see that dent every time they play it. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, we'll sand and we'll repaint and we'll call that character. And my grandson will understand what he already knows, that his papi is a flawed man who loves him very much and did the best that he could. So I am not discouraged. I'm actually glad that that was so far. Worst case scenario, well, hey man, that's just the update. I will at some point much later in the day, after work and all that, wet sand, throw the fourth coat on, and we'll see how we do. So, hey man, check in with you in just a bit. So, wherever you are in your guitar journey, man, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you. Rock on with your bad selves. I'll catch you down the road.